Oh, right back in. Oh, they did start. All right, that's good. At least they started.
With the Allies getting the first round of the game, we are live. Me and Dougie here back with Focus Up and Party Up with the Ally-sided team. Focus Up winning the first round of the map, which is wild because this is a very much so Axis-sided map. So let's see what happens here after we go into round 2.
Yeah, I mean, Party Up needs to win this to move on. This is the third map of the second best of 3. We just saw M80 move on, fighting for their life. Let's see if Party Up can do it. But Captain Miller and Brutal already with 2 big kills on the Allied side with a round already in the bank. The more rounds you get on attack on this map, it's crazy. If you get 4 rounds on D-Ville on attack, you're sitting pretty good, and you already have 1. And now you're going to almost get 2 in your hands if you can convert this 5 versus 3 advantage. So, Trump, we'll see. I wish the best for both. Loose with 1, almost converting 2, but it's not going to be enough. If he could get that frag, it would have been in a good position here. But now it's up to just Broa, who's going to get no-scoped by Brutal, and Freak going to get killed out of Force by the same player as Brutal. 2-0, quick lead here for Focus Up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good move from Focus Up right there. Up 2-0 right now on Ally side. Dawnville is huge. I mean, any rounds you can get on this side is great. I mean, I typically tell my team, a.k.a. Caseman, we should have at least 4 rounds on this side, even though he tries to instruct us to implode. But you know what? Let's go. We got a 5v5 here. Focus up 2 early on. Let's dive back in.
Yeah, as to your point about your team, we were down 7-1 today on attack against High Noon.
Yes, sir.
And we got back and we made it a 7. We were aiming for 4. Always the game plan is 4. And we got a 7-5 half, so you can swing it back here on attack. And right now, they don't really need to swing it back because they're winning so far on attack with a 2-0 scoreline. As Wildman, though, with the shotgun actually in hand, going to go shoddy on shoddy against Loose. But it is a 3 versus 3 here. You know, late in the round, a minute already ticked off, about 45 seconds. So we'll see if Party Up can get around on the board here. Opening frag kills by them, but one of them was a TK. Broa, though, with a scope on a Wildman. And now it's a 3 versus 2 for him. I think Chuck knows that Broa's right here. He absolutely does. He jumps on the corner, misses the shot. They both take their pistols out. They both whiff a little bit, but Chuck gets it. Cruiser there to help his teammate. Absolute legendary experienced move there to help his teammate who's in danger. And now it's up to Brutal, but an undisciplined peek there by Freak. Brutal's in mid and not threatening either bomb site, and a very bad peek there by Freak. Now he leaves his teammate Cruiser all alone, who's just going to smartly watch his own steps because Brutal's right below him, and he's going to wait for a bomb plant here with 30 seconds left on the clock. Experienced play, but we'll see if it works out for him as he's just watching his steps here. Brutal walking around below him. Neither player knows exactly where they are. They have an idea as Cruiser's still watching his steps, waiting for a bomb plant, and Brutal's not taking the bait just yet. 13 seconds. 12. And he's finally going to jump towards Muddy. Cruiser's going to hear this and get a nice shot on a Brutal. Experienced veteran play there by Cruiser to just make him touch a bomb, which is what Freak should have done.
Yeah, really good play from Cruiser there. I mean, you, in Top Panzer, you have a very good point of contact for both bomb sites. I mean, you could really try to do a jump peek here on a B. You could do jump peek on A. You really have no reason to try to peek or swing or do something crazy on A site. Very well done by Cruiser as we go into round 4.
Yeah, and right now, though, it's a big +2 nade kill for Nitrous on the Cruiser and Broa. You can get really aggro on that wall and swing rounds in your favor, but it's just a nade magnet of a place. So, you know, Nitrous hits the nade, and now 4 versus 3 in favor of the attacking team once again. So even the last round was only a 1 versus 1 situation. It easily could have been 3-0 in favor of Focus Up.
Yeah, +10 for Gryffindor for Nitrous there on that nade kill. And now we got a 4v3 in favor of the Allies, which on Dawnville Allies, it's all about picks. It's all about numbers. And Luce is going to answer right back and say, I don't give a shit about your numbers. And he's going to make it 3-3. He's going to make it 2-3 with 2 shoddy kills on a Brutal and Chuck. And he's going to retreat in good fashion back to Hobo 2.
Yeah, they need him. He was struggling on the last 2 maps. I saw both his score lines, but he needs to wake up here with the shotgun on D-Ville. D-Ville's a big map, but you can shut down so many lanes on defense, and he does just that, and he gives his team a chance to win this round after they had an favorable position. And now it's all up to him. Oh, no, excuse me. Now it's a 2 versus 2, though, after Nitrous takes out No Sound. 40 seconds left on the clock. We got Nitrous on the A-bomb site and a planner and then another one close in Wildman and Muddy. Freak gonna take a no-scope shot, so now both players on focus up know at least where Freak is. They had, oh, a beautiful shot by Loose. He's waking up here, but he's gonna get traded out by Wildman. One-on-one situation for Freak. They know where each other are. Freak's going to go for the bomb. Oh, he knows that the bomb's not planted for Wildman. Oh, he's going to go for a hold. Pros do not fake. A little bit of a... Oh, a big tag there. Unfortunate, but a beautiful shot. He's going to make a little bit of noise here when he picks up that M1. Not going to get the shot. Going to go for a hold, I guess, instead. No, another fake. Waiting, no shot. Gonna get, there it is, Freak. Very good 1-versus-1 there. He had all the time in the world for those fakes, and that was the difference maker.
Yeah, that's a tough play right there. You know where he's at. You know that small angle there in back pans. It's kind of tough how you play that right now. Like, you get the tag on him, you're probably freaking out. You got to contain yourself, right? Like, you're thinking, oh, man, I should have had him. You got to relax. If it was Trump, he would have freaked out and screamed and yelled and shit, and it would have been really, really bad. But I got to give it to him. He kept his composure and got the job done.
Yeah, and good on Loose there. Shutting down White House with a shotgun, and then a huge headshot with the M1 Grand to put his teammate Freak in a position to win that 1-versus-1. That round, even though Freak did an amazing job in that 1-versus-1, I give it to Loose, but unfortunately another TK for Party Up. They've TK'd quite a bit in the last couple of matches. They got to be careful with these nades.
Yeah, Doug, that is not a Young Money, Cash Money, We the Best setting. I'll tell you that right now.
Nope, not Cash Money at all. And because of that, it's a 4-versus-3 in favor of Focus Up. They seem to keep having man advantages on attack, which is the position you want to be in. And now Neo's going to be prone to here in Cafe with a nade in his hand, trying to make his way towards the B-bomb site. They got a little bit of a lurk here, too, in Chuck. And he's got some backup here with a teammate, Nitrous, right behind him. So they're going to make their way over here. Let's see where the defense is set up. The defense is pushed all the way back to Panzerbox, and it looks like maybe back B or Arches. I can't quite tell. With also, I believe, that is Loose in White House. Chuck going to spam bottom Panzer. They seem to think someone's there. They're not. Brutal going to take out. No, that's an old frag. Still a 4-versus-3 situation. Focus Up, even though they have the man advantage, they got to execute on this bomb plant.
They do, but they don't have a smoke, Dougie, and that's the problem. But it doesn't look like it matters for Brutal and Chuck as they make it a 4v1 pretty quickly. You gotta understand that. You have to understand that you don't have that smoke, and you just gotta try to execute, do what you can, and trust your aim, and move out. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and even without that smoke, they kind of just went out together. So you at least split the sight line of that defender that's on Panzerbox, where he can only take out one at a time. He doesn't take out any because the headshot of that M1. Lou's going to smoke deep mid here. I like that. Let's see if they use it or if they just throw it as a deflection. Loose looked like he was going towards B. They sent him back. He almost, unfortunately, ran into an unlucky late. He's going to save his life here, though. That would have been very unfortunate for him to die there. Freak with a nade kill onto Neo. Nitrous opening nade or M1 pick onto No Sound. Let's see if Cruiser can carry his team. Oh, he spots one there through the smoke, I believe. Yes, he did. He knows once from Panzer. He's going to call that out for Freak, and Freak's going to get a kill. Freak's going to go back to helping his own position at B. Just as two players seemed like they were going to come into his sightline, he moves to back B. A little bit of timing there, but he's still in a good position. Cruiser needs to wake up here. Broa with the scope needs to wake up, and that could be the difference maker. Loose getting aggressive. Missing a shoddy shot. Missing another one. Let's see if he goes back or he gets hungry. I think he's hungry. Nope, he's going to go back. 4-versus-3 here. He's got his work cut out for him with all these B players.
Yeah, I'd be hungry, Doug. I'll tell you right now. If you got the shot, you got to play that close-range matchup. You try to get that pick and fall back, and I probably would have. I mean, a 4v1 is better than a 4v2, and ultimately, I kind of trust what he was doing, but as you can see right there, Wildman going to take him out, and we're going to make it a 3v2. Now you're giving the Allies a better chance to win, but Broa says, hey, not so fast.
Yeah, as we were talking about Broa, he finally woke up with the scope. You got to have big scope play on a big map like D-ville. And Brutal here working around. He's got a scope and a car in his hand, walking into white, making a little bit of noise here. 30 seconds on the clock, so he kind of has to. He knows at least someone's arches, as per usual. He's going to hold that angle. Let's see if Cruiser can stay down. Just watch your teammates cross, and you're going to be okay here. And you're going to get at least a tie it up here with 15 seconds left. Not a lot of time here for Brutal. Gets tagged up by a nade. They know he's in Hobos 3. He's making all the noise, and a great shot by Cruiser.
Yeah, that's a really tough spot if you're Brutal. I mean, you don't have too much to do there. I mean, you have to look out for multiple different angles. You got to try to cross the B site. You have to assume the other team is looking at every single angle in the world to try to get you to prevent you to cross, and didn't look like he could do anything there.
Yeah. The problem is even though that was a good round for Party Up, they're on the easy side, and they have to start pulling away here on defense, or they're not going to unless they've got the best attack in the world, which I've seen teams have, they're going to have to get a lot more rounds here on German, on Deville, as it's no opening nade kills, no opening frags. Neo and Church with not much to work with no smoke and a Tommy, so we can't take the long-range fight even though there's no smoke. So he has to sit here and wait for a little bit of support. He has support out of Wharf. I don't know where the smoke is. It hasn't been thrown just yet. And now it's going to be thrown on A bomb for an A execute out of Wharf with a little bit of support with Neo. Neo going to bypass the Hobos player, get taken out by Cruiser, who does not fall for the Orf bait, and a 3K for Cruiser, holding down the A bomb site. We're going to take a look at this real quick. One for him and Muddy. Through the smoke!
Cheating!
And another one through the smoke for Cruiser!
Check him, PC!
Check that PC, baby. A legendary play by Cruiser there, and a big 2K. Maybe that's the spark they needed, Trump.
That's absolutely the spark they needed. It was out of nowhere. I mean, Cruiser saying, hey, I'm going to get this shit done. I'm going to close my eyes and put a blindfold on. I'm going to shoot through the smoke. I don't know if he's on DX7 or DX9, but my God, he got 2 picks through that smoke, and he really got that job done there.
That was sick. I mean, one nice little left lean into Muddy, and then 2 smoke shots. That's actually crazy. I mean, he probably heard them. He knew they were coming out of that smoke, and he just takes a great shot there. Unfortunately, Cruiser, the hero of that round, gets taken out by Neo quickly. They're going to need him to act up like he did in that last round. Loose with a nice little nade kill on the Brutal. Spots one in Muddy. Not going to get the frag, but does get the info. The info's not taken by Party Up. They actually get killed by Captain Miller, aka Chuck, but No Sound trades him out right away. They're still in a position to win this round. 3 versus 3 here, Trump. Freak onto Neo.
Yeah, 2v3 situation. Tough for the ally-sided team here, but Nitrous and Wildman trying to make something of it. They can't do it. Loose with a shoddy frag on a Nitrous, and No Sound going to get the kill on a Wildman, and that round's going to go down.
Yeah, Loose waking up with a nice nade kill and the shotgun. He's 6-6. This is the best he's played all day, to be honest, and it's showing because now they're starting to pull away a little bit. They got a 2-round lead is not good enough, but it's a good start right now. It was 3-3, and now it's 5-3 in favor of Party Up as Brutal's top hotel with the scope, trying to get a pick. Not going to get one, going to see one. Cruiser with a little J shot, and Muddy it looked like from this point of view. Smoke all in mid-street. Some angles for Brutal to work with, not much, and he's going to move towards Statue. Looks like a B execute coming down. Neo's going to take care of Loose coming out of nowhere out of White House. Loose onto Brutal. Loose is holding down White House and Cafe pretty well. Pretty well. Old school play, putting your shotgun over there at White House. Wildman, shoddy on shoddy versus Loose. Ooh, he's going to get the spam shot on the Loose. Loose getting a little aggro there, but I kind of like it, you know? I kind of like it.
I agree, Dougie. I think Loose is on the phone with AARP, and he's making it work right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he had to wake up, and, you know, if you get 2, you get 1, you get 2, you might as well go for 3. Cruiser cleaning up Captain Miller. Now it's just up to the shoddy and Wildman. I do not believe he has another rifle or another weapon, or he would have taken it out during that fight. And he's going to get taken out by Freak. So good rounds here, back-to-back-to-back by Party Up to finally get their shit together on defense.
Yeah, I agree, Dougie. I mean, Caseman looks a lot like Wildman. I don't know if they share a lot of similarities, but hey, if you are focused up right now, it's 6-3. You still got 3 rounds in allies. You're thinking, hey, fellas, let's get this together. Let's get a couple more rounds, and we're sitting pretty. Yeah,
if they can get 8, they're good. Which also means, though, that Focus Up gets that minimum of 4 that they need. But after a slow start on defense, 8 rounds is you're sitting pretty if you're Party Up. And another nade kill for Loose. Whatever nade he's throwing over there on the B side of the map is working, as Freak's going to get a nice kill here. It looked like on the muddy wall to the right side of that smoke. And then Loose with another kill onto Nitrous. He's finally waking up for this team. And they needed him. Cruiser's 11-5, and right behind him is Loose, 10-7. 2 versus 5 now. Party Up with the advantage. Roa, it looks like there's a player above him. Neo's going to get a nade kill and also a shot onto Loose. I like the peeking aggression by Loose. Fuck it, man. Wake up, get some frags. 3 versus 2. Probably would have been more disciplined to not peek that, but you don't want that player through Muddy to push through, so I don't necessarily hate that peek. 3 versus 2 now. No Sound taking a lot of map control, and Broa actually lost control there of where Neo was, lost sight of him, and now quickly it becomes a round that's very winnable here for Focus Up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a game of numbers, Dougie, and with Dawnville, it's even more so. You have a 2v2 situation. Any numbers you can get with Dawnville,
Explosives planted!
it's all about it. And the Allies side gets the bomb down, and it's a 2v2 situation, as you can see by the X-ray. Freak back B, and oh my gosh, Brutal's going to go down, so it's all up to a 1v2 situation for Neo with the bomb down. I trust Neo. Neo has a legendary background here within the Call of Duty title series. Let's see if he can make something happen here with a bunch of old men, as he does not see, but we see with via X-ray. No sound down on the site. He's going to get rid of Freak. Gets rid of Freak there. 1v1 situation. It's going to be a classic duel here.
If he wins this round, by the way, he aces. He got a 3K early in the round and put himself in a 1 versus 2. Oh, and he holds it. Pros do not fake.
Pros do not fake.
Neo gambling, I think he has great aim, and he could have taken that fight, and it's not going to work out for him. And if he had won that round, he would have aced and clutched. Unfortunate. 7-3 here for Party Up.
That's a tough spot. That's a 50-50 toss-up there, Doug. And I honestly think, I mean, pros do not fake, but we're in a community with a lot of new guys, and you know what? You got to take a chance some way or another.
Yeah, I mean, what's he going to do? I mean, he can fake and try to peek the Orf peek, or hold it, and he went for the hold, and both players gambled, and Party Up won the gamble. 7-3 here. Big nade kill for Cruiser onto Neo to shut down that impact player in Neo who just almost ace-clutched. And now it's a 4 versus 4. Wildman with a bar in his hand, dropping the shotgun. I believe Chuck now has the shotgun. That is correct. Going to be fighting Loose here into White House. So far, so good for Loose holding down White House with the shotgun. We've seen him get killed by Wildman a couple times, but not before he's at least gotten the other players. Chuck spotted by Hobos. Jumping around in Cafe. Broa taking out Wildman. Focus Up's attack is kind of falling apart here as Cruiser takes out Nitrous. Seems like they continuously want to go towards the B bomb site with kind of a lurk behind, but it's not working out. They get at least Cruiser, but they know where he's at now in a 3 versus 1.
Yeah, Brutal with the scope. 1v3 situation in bottom pan. It's going to be a tough one to actually come through on. Going to try to get some kind of pick. He does see him in the middle of front church, but he's going to get picked from gate, and that's going to be the round here, 8-3. But I will tell you, Doug, I don't think it's over. Focus Up. If they get this last round, 8-4 is a very respectable half from the Ally side.
Yeah, good half for both teams given how Party Up started, and given that Focus Up's on attack. You don't hate either scoreline. The problem is we'll see how Party convert rounds on attack, as they do get another nade kill onto Neo, which is huge. That's both rounds late in the first half. Neo's down after his really good 4K round. So 5 versus 4. Now this is one of the first rounds that Party Up's actually had a man advantage while on defense. Everything else they've had to really work for.
Yeah, I mean, getting rid of Neo in the early stages of the round is clutch because Neo is an impact fragger. He's going to find ways to get kills and win rounds. And when you get rid of your best player or your most hot player, it's going to be very tough when we got a 4v5 here in favor of Here to Party.
Yeah, a 9-3 after a 3-3 start for Party Up is huge. And now Broa getting another kill and a 3K, and instantly the round's over there. Beautiful round by Broa and the Farmer Boys and Freak to just close the door here and actually have a beautiful half. What looked like a poorly performed first half for them turns into a beautiful half. 9-3 is great. Let's see if they can convert, though.
Absolutely. If you're 3-3, you're thinking to yourself, holy shit, man, we gotta figure something out here as a team. And then you go on to win the next 6 rounds. That's fantastic. I'm feeling high on life right now if I am, Here to Party.
Yeah, and Here to Party, if they win this, they're moving on to groups. A team that, when they first showed up, was just thinking they were going to come here and have tequila shots at the Mexican restaurant. And now they're 3-4 rounds away from playing out of groups into a best of 3 double elimination bracket. So at minimum, they have 4 more maps. We're going to see these guys 4 more times at least tomorrow, Trump.
That's right, sir. I mean, I remember I got here and I saw Cruiser taking shots in the parking lot, and they were here to party. I'll tell you that right now. But they're also here to frag, and we're seeing that right now and then. I really hope that they can keep this up and make it to playoffs.
Yeah, I'm pulling. I don't want to be biased, but I'm pulling for everybody here. You know what I mean? But given that Party Up really grinded today, and they're part of the Strokers crew, I really hope that we can see them move on tomorrow. But on the other side, I like that Focus Up came here with a pug, and if they make a statement and get out of groups, that's pretty good. No Sound, though, Tommy in hand with the aggression in church, taking out Wildman. And now the smoke's in Muddy, and he's got a lot of room to work with as no one's peeking him from Hobos. And he's moving already into Panzer, and Luce is right behind him. So, and then another kill for No Sound on a Brutal. So now these two players are going to try and trade. They do, and that's a beautiful trade because now it's a 4 versus 2 with No Sound having total map control, Broa onto Neo, and now the bomb's going to go down here pretty soon, and it's all up to Nitrous. A great first round on attack.
Absolutely. It's aggression, and it's a numbers game, and we're seeing that right here. We saw aggression early on with the Tommy, into Church, into Muddy. We also saw his team picking up the slack. We also saw some good trades in Orf to get the numbers down, and it contributes to a round win. It is now 10-3.
That Muddy aggression can be really effective. Sometimes it sucks being in Muddy. You literally nonstop get naded. You get shot through smoke. You seem like the whole world's looking at you when you have that Tommy and Muddy. But if you do get through, you open up the entire map for your team. And No Sound was able to do that. This round, not so fast, as Chuck will stop him with that 44 shot. Wildman on the left side jump glitch, and Neo gonna peek out a white here, feeling good with that car. And it's a, is this a white nade? No. Excuse me, a church nade?
That's a left side window nade there, Dougie.
Ooh, and it's gonna land on Cruiser. It's gonna land on Cruiser. So a 5 versus 2 here. They got a lot of room to work with, though, given that they have a 10-3 advantage. But right now, 5 versus 2 in favor of Focus Up, which is as to be expected on defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm very proud of Neo for learning nades in a short time frame. That's a great church nade. Nitrous going to take out Loose there, and Wildman going to take out Freak. Very clean round from Focus Up, which they needed. It was looking bleak for a minute there, but hey, not so fast. Focus Up is still here to play.
Yeah, and Party Up played against M80 in overtime, and then they had a really tight 13 game here against Focus Up on Tujane. So I'm betting they're feeling fatigued here, and they'd really like to get 3 quick rounds here. Let's see if they can just win this and close it out for themselves. They'd love to move on to tomorrow. No opening nades, no opening shots. Smoke may have missed, I'm not sure, or it hasn't been thrown yet. There it goes down now. Broa trying to spam through smoke onto that left side jump, looking for somebody on the mid wall, while the rest of his team crosses. This looks like a B execute here, Trump.
Yeah, it looks like they're working B with Broa on point, but Neo's going to say, hey, I'm going to stop that party with a nade onto Loose, and it's going to be a 5v4 situation. Numbers are key here on Dawnville, and it looks like they're losing them pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think they should go back to the Muddy push. The B push is tough if you're going to run into really good cars and rifles, Hobos, which seems to be the case. However, Cruiser, despite having some players on defense on Focus Up at Hobos, is going to take a lot of map control and sneak up on Brutal. Nobody was watching front Panzer, which is typical of a Pug team to have some holes in the defense, and Cruiser's going to capitalize on that. Let's see if he can turn the Panzer control into a round. Freak getting out, getting freaky, and Hobos going to tag Nitrous, but not convert the kill. But he has some support here in Nitrous, or excuse me, in No Sound and Freak. But Neo with a 2K, and then Chuck cleaning up here. And now it's all up to Broa. So they got through Hobos, but didn't convert the round.
Yeah, trying to get to B is very tough. You have to be very coordinated, very technical to try to work that cross. I mean, Broa making work, though. He's going to get a kill on a Nitrous here. It is a 1v3. Still a tough ask for him to get that bomb down on B and win the round. Yeah. I mean, when you're stuck in Hobos, it's going to be a lot of crossfire and all of that. You have to be very weary of that. It looks like he's going to try to take a Tommy and move on, but it's not going to work. Neo's going to shut it down. I
think after this round, if Party is smart, they need to understand that Neo is dominating Hobos right now, and I think they go back to the No Sound Tommy aggression Muddy. They just got Cruiser into Panzer. They had No Sound into Panzer. They go back to taking Mid Street and Muddy. I think that's the play here. I don't think B is the right move for them right now, given how Neo's playing over here. They don't have the set nades for Hobos, and there it is, right on time. Cruiser probably making the call. I got into Panzer last round. No Sound got into Muddy. Let's take it to A, and they do just that. However, Miller going to be taking out Freak. Neo onto Loose, and they do have the shotgun and Orf here, so unless Chuck goes down, and he's not going to, it's going to be a tough round. They pour through Muddy, picking up on my advice, but they can't convert after the initial kill.
Yeah, I really like what I saw there from Focus Up. They really readjusted real quick. They said, hey, look, they're going church. They're going to go away. Let's readjust. Let's move around the map a little bit. Let's put ourselves in positions to frag, and they did just that.
Yeah, I think you don't give up on what you just did if you're party up. I know that round didn't go as planned. I think you throw the A at you got room to wiggle with. I think you continue to go A, and then if it doesn't work out next round, you can readjust. But I think you go back to it, get Cruiser in there with that Tommy, and let's see what happens. 5 versus 5. No opening nades, no opening scope shots. Cruiser, weary of that church nade he died to, and instantly as he crosses that window, not getting taken out by the nade of Neo, instead getting taken out by the bolt of Neo, who's peeking aggressively out of white. Freak on the wild man. Broa not caring at all. Tagged up by a nade, takes out Brutal. The shotgun is still in Orc, but he gets traded out by Loose. And that's what they needed, and now they have to deal with those B players that are going to come over to rotate. Let's see if they can win this. If you want to win on D-Ville, you got to win these dirty 2 versus 2s with the bomb down.
Yeah, I really love what I saw right there. They're making some aggression into Muddy. They're making some aggression into Orf. They play together as a team, and you're starting to see it. But Neo is starting to say, hey, look, I still got this shit on lock, and he's going to start tagging up the guy on B side after that pick on A side, sorry. He's going to try to get that pick up on an O-sound, 1 left. They're going to get that defused, and we're going to live to fight another day.
Yeah, Neo can do no wrong here. They go B, he shuts it down. They go A, and they lose A, he retakes the bomb site like he just did. And now it's 10-7. This could go either way. Right now, the momentum is all in focus up hand as Neo with another 4K on this half. On German, with the car in his hand. So, Party Up attempted that A bomb site twice, 3 times maybe in a row, had some success, but not a round win. So maybe they change it up and pick, or just keep stuffing it. We'll see here.
Yeah, it's always that conversation of, do we change up what we're doing so much that it's completely different, and will it be worse? Will it backfire, or do we keep doing something similar and just hit our shots? And I think that's what's Here to Party is going through right now.
Yeah, if they're going to go B, they need to kill him. They cannot. He gets a double headshot here with the Tommy. If they're going to go B, Neo has to go down, and he doesn't. He's fragging out of his mind right now. He does get taken out here by Free, but it's not going to be enough because right behind him is Chuck taking out Cruiser. And now it's 4 versus 2 in favor of Focus Up. If they win this, they're going to close it up to 10-8. He has a smoke. He smokes Muddy, I guess. He could have thrown that maybe somewhere B side, maybe Orb late. Nitro's going to take out Broa, and everything falling apart here for Party Up. And just on time, I was about to say, I think it's time for a timeout. Talk about it. You got 2 rounds to work with. You still have this map in your hands. Don't lose sight of it. 1 minute on the clock for Freak working on a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3v1. That was a weird smoke from Chuck there. I don't really understand what he's doing, but I don't think it really matters because you've got the numbers, you're up. You got the map control there, and they're ultimately going to win the round and move on to the next one. It is a 10-8, and we're closing up here, Dougie.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, even a 9-3 half, you're not safe. They won the first round on attack, and they were looking good. It was 10-3. This map was 10-3 at some point, and now it's 10-8. So with the timeout, we'll see what they do. If they're going to go A, they have to convert those 2 versus 2s late in the round. If they're going to go B, they have to kill Neo Whitehouse. And we'll see which one they choose. There's really no way around this. I guess your other option is to go down mid-street and take Panzer, which they have done, but they haven't used Panzer effectively.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you're here at Party right now, you're talking about, hey, what have we been doing wrong? What do we need to change? Where can we put ourselves in better positions to frag? And how can we move on from this rut we're in right now? Because right now, even though it's 10-8, they got 2 rounds on top of them. Ally side Dawnville is tough. Ally side, they got to work a lot harder than the Axis do, and they're talking about it right now. I'm going to take a moment right now to shout out Panther. He's bald and old. He's about to have a child. Good luck, Panther.
Yeah, good luck, Panther. I just wanted to, I mean, we have sponsors, and I don't even want to talk about our sponsors because I just want to talk about this man and the blasphemous child that he's having. Panther Snow is probably what we're going to call this child, given that there's no family name legally that can be attached to that child's name. So, although congratulations for having a kid, I appreciate it. The world appreciates you repopulating, but really, total blasphemy. Anyway, time is up on the timeout. 10-8. Party Up needs to do something here in order to close this map out. And kind of like Panther, they really have not figured it out.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting round here. I think this round right here is going to decide the match, Doug. I think they took some time to talk about it. Are they going to be about it? Is it going to be Focus Up that wins it, or is it going to be Here to Party?
We'll see. Both these teams want to move on to tomorrow. Last map in a best-of-3 Sundash. Whoever wins this moves out of the group. Nice little smoke. It's kind of deep, but I like it. I love the fact that Panther's here while we talk about his life. That is great. 5 versus 5. No opening frag kills. Cruiser going to get spotted and tagged. Going to get his regen here. Throw a little rando. Freak going to get taken out by the shotgun. Ooh, a nice little rando that lands. However, they don't have an answer for the shotgun and Orf. And now it's up to Cruiser to kind of get a little penetration here into Muddy, kind of like Panther gets penetration into his relationships, his extramarital affairs, and fucking Chuck gonna take out Cruiser. So even though Cruiser gets into Muddy with a nade kill, he can't convert, and now Neo gonna take out Broa. So really quickly, just kind of like Panther's life, you're shit out of luck here if you're party up in a 1 versus 4 with just a Tommy in your hand.
Yeah, dog, that reminds me. I mean, Panther is bald, and we do have a 4v1 situation. It's looking bleak here for No Sound.
Yeah.
I mean, 4v1, you were trying to work through Orf. You got to deal with a ton of angles here. It's going to be a really tough one for him to get, but he is going to get the pick onto Chuck or Captain Miller there, trying to get him from behind. But then again, I mean, he's going to try to get a secondary. He does have the Garand. It is a 3v1. It's not going to work out. Focus up, taking it to 10-9.
10-9 from 10-3 to 10-9. I mean, just kind of like when Panther talks with his lisp and the Skittles in his mouth and the peanut butter on the roof of it. I have no idea right now what Party Up's doing, and they need to figure it out, or they're going to lose this map. Kind of like Panther has literally lost all control of his life. And honestly, it's fucking 10-9 here, and they're going to have to do something, because Brutal is scoping and taking out No Sound. And I'm kind of fucked up, so I lost my train of thought.
And it is a 5v4 here, and Panther is bald and a nurse, but we're going to lock back into Wildman here as he gets naded by Freak and even it up by Cruiser. Cruiser with another pick. It's a 4v3 situation in favor of the ally-sided team.
Ooh.
Cruiser with another pick with a Tommy here. It is now a 4v2, and it's getting kind of tough here for the Axis-sided team.
Yeah, he gets a nice little ADS 2K, doesn't reload the Tommy here, gets another one, and now it is all up to little Chuck creeping around and Muddy, and not going to be good enough. A 3K for Cruiser, 11-9. Dare I say overtime?
I don't know if it's going to be overtime, Dougie, but Focus Up was on a heater for a little bit there. It's just going to be tough for them to come back after that. I mean, they are 2 rounds away from getting deleted out of the server forever from COD 2 Dallas Land 2025.
Yeah, kind of like in the early 2000s how Panther's hairline deleted itself. Hopefully that doesn't happen for Party Up. As No Sound is jumping into church, he's going to get shot by Neo through the window with a car, and Brutal on the Cruiser. So right when Party Up starts to figure life out, kind of like Panther hasn't, they fall apart like Panther has. Party Bro Constrictor with a nade kill onto Brutal, and now it's a 4 versus 3 in favor of Focus Up, but it's still a winnable round here. Loose needs to wake up. He woke up on defense. He needs to have impact frags on offense.
Yeah, we're going to need an Uno reverse guard here, kind of like how Panther wears his headset in order to win this round here for Focus Up.
Yeah, and they're going to slow things down here right now, and a minute on the clock left. I'm not quite sure what the strategy here is. I think maybe just leave Loose for a late lurk. But he has yet to really prove that he can convert those kills through Orf because Chuck keeps shutting him down. But no one's in Orf right now for him. Broa top spawn house, dropping the scope it looks like. I'm not quite sure who has it in his stead. I can't tell because that player might be possibly dead. So right now a 4 versus 3 in favor of Focus Up on defense. Broa getting a lot of room here down mid-street. No one peeking it. It looks like Focus Up's just kind of turtled, waiting for the round.
Yeah, I think it's tough. I mean, sometimes you just want to turtle so hard that sometimes you put yourself in bad positions. And that's what you saw right there with Broa on the Chuck. But Neo's going to pick it right back up, and it's going to be a 3v1 here, and it's going to be a tough ask for Luke.
Yeah, big 2K and a 4K. That is his third 4K this map. Just fragging, not missing a shot. If he misses that car shot, he could get Tommy headied, but that doesn't happen.
Yeah, Doug, I don't know about you, but if his girlfriend's not going to have sex with him, I'm definitely going to have sex with Neo by the end of the night.
Yeah,
I'll say
absolutely.
That right now.
There's someone having sex tonight, and it's definitely Neo and definitely not Panther. Right now, 11-10. This is getting really close here. This is getting really close. 11-10. It was 10-3, and Focus Up has won at least 7 rounds in a row. A huge opening pick here for Brutal. They cannot stay away from dying early, and that's tough when you're on attack. Focus Up, Nitrous, Hobos 3, spots 1 Cafe. Gonna reposition a Hobos 1, I believe. Taking out Loose. Oh, and taking out Cruiser in another shot. They're trying to trade. They're trying to push together, but the spacing's off, and Nitrous is able to take out 2, and now it's all up to No Sound. If they lose this round, we're going to have a tie ball game here.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge from Nitrous right there, holding down Hobos. I mean, he knows the pressure. He knows what round it is. He has to make his shots. Taking a Car 98K into Hobos, it's a tough spot because you miss that shot, you're dead to rights. And he hit both of his, and now we got a 5v1 and almost certainly an 11-11 ball game.
Yeah, now No Sound has the scope. Broa was having some luck on it early, but then he dropped it because it looked like he wasn't able to get anything going with it. Vying for a Tommy instead. No Sound spotted, 50 seconds left on the clock, and now after that Chuck kill, it's an 11-11 round here, and it's all tied up. It was a 10-3 scoreline, Trump, and now it's 11-11. Both teams land life on the line. I don't know what Party needs to do.
Yeah, this is a huge round here. You're either going to force overtime or you're putting yourself in a position to win or lose. It's going to be a big one here. They got to pull out all the stops here to at least get to 12.
Yeah, and once again, Brutal with an opening pick there with the scope onto Broa. That's 3 rounds in a row where he's gotten the first kill for his team. And No Sound going to take him out, though, with a nade. That could be what they need to make the difference here. What needs to happen is Loose needs to use that smoke that he threw for his team to get some penetration somewhere on the map, and he has yet to do that. Cruiser working through Muddy, through the smoke. He got a kill with this rando nade last time, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Going to get no tags here, so no info or frag. Let's see if he can use this Muddy penetration to convert to a frag kill. No Sound turning around and tagging somebody up. Wildman with a 2K. Cruiser killing Captain Miller. No Sound on the Neo. 2 versus 2. This is the best chance that Party Up has had all night, Trump. 2 versus 2. Cruiser in deep. X-rays on. Where are they? I don't know. Trump hit it.
This is going to be a wild finish, but Cruiser's going to see No Sound lurking, and it's a 1v2. This is a huge round for Party Up. Is Wildman able to clutch up? I have no idea. He's in a good position on top Panzer. Can't see the plant, but can he get the post plant? Can he try the repositioning? No, he doesn't. He's got to know that he went left. It's a 1v2 now. Does he know where the other teammate is? You're gonna get some shots here, top Panzer.
Wow.
Oh my God! And No Sound.
Did he bait him out with the? Did he bait him out from half wall with the?
He had to have done it.
Shot?
That's a huge brain play, and oh my God! Just like that, here to Party is in prime position for either overtime or they're going on to
Cruiser
tomorrow.
putting the team on his back here. Big plays. It was 10-3, then 11-11, now 12-11. Dare I say overtime? Neo getting aggressive here. Cruiser with an opening nade kill. Neo took the shotgun, changing it up. He had a car on B, and now it's completely changed up. I don't know if it's worth it. We'll see. I would have just stuck to what I was doing after winning 9-10 rounds in a row, but maybe changing it up is what they need to force this to overtime. But opening kill for Cruiser. Oh, and Cruiser taking out Neo. That's what needed to not happen if you're Focus Up. Cruiser putting the team on his back, though. 5 versus 3. And let's see. Oh, they're coming out on the A-bomb site. They're coming out on the A-bomb site. I want to take a look here. It's just Brutal with the scope, I believe, with a little reinforcement in somebody over there. Oh, Broa on to Captain Miller. This could be a huge moment for Party Up. 1 round to win. Make it out of groups. Bracket tomorrow. Bomb's going to go down here. No kill on the Hail Mary nade. Freak and Loose on the bomb site. Brutal going to take out 1. Doesn't take out the bomb planter. Loose needs to take this out. Cruiser with a 3K. Cruiser getting tagged up. Cruiser with the pistol out. Over anxious. Wildman. Pistol in his hand. Oh, he's going to take out another player. 1 versus 2. Loose getting aggressive. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. He's getting tagged up. He's jumping around arches. It's all up to Wildman. Loose is getting too excited, Trump. He's jumping around. He could make this a 1 versus 1. He doesn't. Both these players going to peek with the bomb down. They're giving it an opportunity, Trump. I don't know what's going to happen.
This is absolutely insane. Wildman keeping his composure. He's not freaking out. He's not trying to do some crazy wide peek. He's going to try to work his way into back Panzer.
Oh!
But it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Wow, what a game.
It's going to move on to the playoffs. What an absolute match. An insane game from both teams. But ultimately, Party On is going to move on to the playoffs. Well fought by Focus Up.